enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running left, Taylor. He stiff arms him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is Tony Pollard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. A give to Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott now. Sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quiddy Pay, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball is probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, and got presented to him. And if he's smart, he'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped them to 4 touchdown runs. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Neville Gallimore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Wentz's throw on target to Godwin here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On first down, Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott from the gun. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Keyshawn Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
129 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wentz now on first down.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first is Wentz. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay, is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third and long, it's Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns thus far. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Taylor Heineke, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Wentz. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.